Hello everyone, so this is session number 6 of Advances in Food Analysis, and the topic which we'll be covering today is scanning electron microscope. The basic principle of scanning electron microscope we have already seen in the last session. So scan coils, talking directly about the scan coils. So scan coils consist of two solenoids oriented in such a way as to create two magnetic fields perpendicular to each other. Varying the current in one solenoid causes the electrons to move left to right. Varying the current in other solenoid forces these electrons to move to right angles to this direction, that is left to right and downwards. Chamber. The specimen chamber of the SEM is where researchers place the specimen that they are examining. Because the specimen must be kept extremely still for the microscope to produce clear images, the sample chamber must be very sturdy and insulated from vibration. In fact, SEM are so sensitive to vibration that they are often installed on the ground floor of the building. The sample chambers of the SEM do more than keeping a specimen still. They also manipulate the specimen, placing it at different angles and moving it so that researchers don't have to constantly remove the objects to take different images. So this is how a chamber or a specimen test looks like. The detectors. SEM's various types of detectors as the eye of the microscope. These devices detect the various ways that the electron beam interacts with the sample object. For instance, Everhard Thornley detectors register secondary electrons, which are electrons dislodged from the outer surface of the specimen. These detectors are capable of producing the most detailed images of the object surface. Other detectors such as backscattered electron detectors and X-ray detectors can tell researchers about the composition of a subject. So these are how the detector looks like. Applications. SEM has a variety of applications in a number of scientific and industry related fields, especially where characterization of solid materials is beneficial. In addition to topographical, morphological, and compositional information, a scanning electron microscope can detect and analyze surface fractures, provide information on microstructures, examine surface contaminations, reveal spatial variations in chemical compositions, provide qualitative chemical analysis, and identify crystalline structures. In addition, SEM have practical industrial and technological applications such as semiconductor inspection, production line of minuscule products, and assembly of microchips for computers. SEM can be essential research tool in field of life science, biology, gemology, medical and forensic science, metallurgy. The advantages. Now talking about the advantages of SEM, what are the basic advantages of SEM? Include its wide array of applications, the detailed three-dimensional and topographical imaging, and the versatile information garnered from different detectors. SEM are also easy to operate with the proper training, and advances in computer technology and associated software make operation user friendly. This instrument works fast, often completing SCI, BSc, and EDS analysis in less than 5 minutes. In addition, the technological advances in modern SEM allows for the generation of data in digital form. Although all samples must be prepared before placed in the vacuum chamber, most SEM samples require minimal preparation actions. Now coming to the disadvantages, start with the size and cost. SEMs are expensive, large, and must be housed in an area free from any possible electric, magnetic, or vibration interference. Maintenance involves keeping a steady voltage currents to electromagnetic coils and circulation of cool water. Special training is required to operate a SEM as well as prepare samples. SEM are limited to solids and organic samples small enough to fit inside the vacuum chamber that can handle moderate vacuum pressure. The SEM chamber is designed to prevent any electrical and magnetic interference, which should eliminate the chance of radiation escaping the chamber, even though the risk is minimal. That's all for this session. Thank you.